Have you been wanting a flagship phone either for performance or for playing heavy AAA games, but just can't justify the flagship price tag? What if I told you there are phones out there that perform like a flagship but are priced in the mid range? Well, there are. And I'm holding one of them right now, the Redmi Turbo 5 Max. To prove my point quickly, this thing easily hits 3 million on Antutu, which already tells you it's a serious gaming machine. It's powered by MediaTek's latest chip, the Dimensity 9500S, designed as an all-performance chip for flagship-level devices. But specs are one thing. How does the Redmi Turbo 5 Max actually perform in real-world use? Oh, and by the way, this is almost the exact phone that Xiaomi is releasing globally next week. The much anticipated Poco X8 Pro Max. Later in the video, we'll talk about how this China ROM version compare to its global twin. Is it worth getting one now? Or should you just wait for the global launch? We're about to find out. So stick around until the end and enjoy the video. Alright, let's start with the unboxing. Opening the box, the first thing you'll see is a top envelope. Inside, you get the SIM ejector tool, some paperwork, and a gray rubbery case. Pretty standard Redmi package. Next up, we have the star of the show, the Redmi Turbo 5 Max itself. I'll set the unit aside for now and check the rest of the box contents. Underneath, you'll find the USB charging cable, and yes, Redmi still includes a charger. Not just any charger, but a 100-watt fast charging power brick, which is definitely nice to see in 2026. Now let's go back to the phone. The moment you lift it up, you'll notice the orange color, and honestly, it really gives off iPhone 17 vibes. The shade is so close that you might actually want to compare it side by side with an actual iPhone 17 Pro Max. But design is more than just color. So let's move on to the design and build quality section. For this review, we have the Sunshine Orange colorway, which is clearly inspired by the iconic iPhone 17 Pro Cosmic Orange. And here it is side by side with the actual iPhone 17 Pro Max. You can immediately notice the striking similarity, even though they're made from different materials. The iPhone uses a full aluminum unibody, while the Redmi Turbo 5 Max comes with an aluminum frame paired with a fiberglass back panel. At 8.2 mm thick, the size is very understandable because it's packing a massive 9000 mAh battery. Yet it still maintains a relatively slim and manageable profile. The weight is around 219 grams, which is quite reasonable considering the battery capacity. The texture on the back feels nice and doesn't attract fingerprints, and the phone remains comfortable to hold despite the large 6.83-inch display. Xiaomi also continues to double down on durability, offering quad IP ratings of up to IP69K for top-tier dust and water resistance. Overall, the design and build quality feel surprisingly premium, definitely above what you would expect for its price range. For the display, the Redmi Turbo 5 Max comes with a 6.83-inch AMOLED panel running at 120Hz, giving you a smooth and responsive experience whether you're browsing, gaming, or scrolling through social media. It also uses 3840Hz ultra-high frequency PWM dimming, which helps reduce flicker and eye strain, especially noticeable when using the phone at low brightness. The screen reaches up to 3500 nits peak brightness, so outdoor visibility is absolutely no problem. It also supports Widevine L1 for full HD streaming along with Dolby Vision and HDR10+. So you get richer contrast and more vibrant colors when watching supported content. Its 1.5 resolution is sharp and crisp, making it very enjoyable for watching videos and gaming. The bezels are also quite tight, nicely slim for a modern look. As for the speakers, you're getting dual symmetrical stereo speakers that deliver balanced, high-quality sound. You can even boost the volume up to 400% if needed. It also supports Dolby Atmos, giving you a more immersive surround-like audio experience. Here's a short clip of how the speakers actually sound. Now let's talk about performance, because this is where the Redmi Turbo 5 Max really stands out. This phone is an absolute beast when it comes to gaming, and everyday tasks are basically easy peasy. Whatever apps you throw at it, social media, multitasking, heavy workloads, it just handles everything effortlessly. It's running on the latest MediaTek Dimensity 9500S chipset for flagship level power, paired with 12 gigabytes of LPDDR5X quad-channel RAM and UFS 4.1 storage. So uploading, switching between tasks, animations, everything feels snappy and responsive. And just to give you a quick idea of how powerful this phone is, here's the Antutu benchmark score. It easily crosses 3 million points, which already tells you this thing means serious performance. For gaming, I tested only two titles, but honestly, these two are enough to show exactly what this phone can do. First is Call of Duty Mobile, a mid-tier game, and second is Where Winds Meet, which is extremely demanding and one of the heaviest games you can play right now. I even installed and played it for the first time just for this review. Both games run battery smooth, with FPS hovering steadily at 120 FPS. Even in the graphics intensive Where Winds Meet, I was genuinely amazed at how stable and enjoyable the gameplay was. No stutters, no frame drops, just smooth performance all the way. After about an hour of continuous gaming, I checked the temperature, and it only reached around 40 degrees Celsius, which is really impressive considering how demanding the session was. Overall, the performance of this phone is insane. For gaming, heavy apps, or even day-to-day use, the Redmi Turbo 5 Max performs like a true flagship. Now let's talk about the cameras. Just like many powerful China ROM phones in this price range, this is usually the part where some compromises show up, right? But honestly, I didn't expect the rear cameras on this phone to perform this well. It comes with a 50 megapixel Lighthunter 600 main sensor with OIS, an 8 megapixel ultra-wide, and a dual-tone LED flash system. For selfies, you get a 20 megapixel front camera. Here are some sample photos taken with the Redmi Turbo 5 Max. Not bad at all. The dynamic range is good, details are sharp enough, and the highlights and shadows are well balanced. In low light, that wide f1.5 aperture on the main camera helps a lot. It's designed to capture brighter, clearer shots in challenging lighting situations, and you can definitely see the improvement. Video performance is also quite good. The combination of OIS, or Optical Image Stabilization, and EIS keeps footage stable even when shooting at higher resolutions like 4K. The weaker part is the front camera. There's a bit too much processing and it sometimes struggles with skin tones and color accuracy. But overall, I really can't complain. With how great this phone performs in gaming and daily use, having a decent rear camera is already a solid bonus at this price point. The Redmi Turbo 5 Max runs on HyperOS 3 based on Android 16, and the overall experience is very much performance focused, but with some clear regional trade-offs. The system is no doubt highly optimized. However, since this is the China ROM, there are few things to keep in mind. It comes with a lot of pre-installed Chinese apps. There is no native Google mobile services, so you need to install Google Play manually. And some users experience delayed notifications for apps like WhatsApp or Messenger because of strict background app management. The China ROM usually gets updates faster, but newer Xiaomi devices also makes it harder to unlock the bootloader. So customizing the software isn't as easy as before. Overall, it's a powerful and fast software experience, but with some compromises depending on your needs. For connectivity, this phone is still very capable of giving you blazing speed data when needed. In my experience, I haven't had any issue with either LTE data or Wi-Fi connections. Even if my SIM would only get 4G connections, I'm impressed on how fast it performs with speed tests. While it works well on many 5G networks globally, users in other regions may experience limited coverage on certain carriers due to missing bands compared to a dedicated global version. But nonetheless, I have no complaints in this area. Aside from a bunch of additional features you'll get with this phone, there are a few worth mentioning like the LED ring light, the back camera lens module, which you can customize from the additional settings, and the back tap where you can double or triple tap the back panel and perform assigned tasks. Cool features. There are a whole lot more and you'll have fun exploring should you get this phone. One of the biggest selling points of the Redmi Turbo 5 Max is its massive 9000 mAh battery. This thing is a true battery monster, easily lasting 2 full days for normal users, and even with heavy use, it still holds up incredibly well. In stress tests, it even outperforms some phones with bigger batteries, which is crazy. Charging is also surprisingly fast for such a huge battery. The 100 watts fast charging gets you from 0 to around 50% in about 25 minutes, and a full charge takes just a little over an hour. As for bypass charging, the Redmi Turbo 5 Max uses a more advanced implementation with an automatic 80% threshold designed for long-term battery health, not the usual manual on and off toggle. You'll need to enable it under battery settings by selecting the battery protection option. Now for my final thoughts. Let's get straight to the point. What I really like about this phone starts with the price. For something that costs less than a lot of mediocre mid-range phones, this is unbeatable. You're getting a flagship level chipset at a lower mid-range price. Second is the performance, especially for gaming. Unless you're using a phone with the latest Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5, you're not going to get much better performance than this. Third is the massive battery. That 9000 mAh capacity gives you longer screen on time, longer gaming sessions, and basically more freedom to do a lot with just one full charge. And of course, the fast charging, the extra features, the decent cameras, the solid build quality, and the design. Those are all bonuses. For me, the design is simple but elegant. Now, for the things I don't like, the number one drawback is the China ROM. If you're used to global ROMs, this will feel a bit inconvenient at first. You'll need to install Google Play services manually, uninstall some bloatware, tweak a few settings here and there, but once you get it set up, it's not really a big deal. Next is the 5G support. Some network bands aren't available depending on your provider. But personally, it doesn't affect me because 4G is already fast enough in my area. My banking apps work fine too, and although some users say certain e-wallets don't work, there are quick settings you can adjust to fix that. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this phone is basically the same device as the upcoming Poco X8 Pro Max that's being released next week. If you're planning to get the Poco, you might want to consider this Redmi Turbo 5 Max first. From what I've heard, there are only minor differences aside from the global roam. For example, the Poco version doesn't come in this orange color, at least based on what I've seen from their teaser and promo materials. There's no orange variant shown so far. So if you're a fan of the iPhone 17's cosmic orange look, the Redmi is the one to get. The Poco also has a slightly smaller 8500 milliamp battery instead of 9000, and the 100-watt charger is not included in the Poco box, which is a big deal for those who want everything included. And the biggest factor, the price. The Poco X8 Pro Max is expected to be around 50% more expensive. So if you're buying mainly for gaming and heavy tasks, this Redmi Turbo 5 Max is clearly the better choice, especially if you can get it at a discounted sale price like I did. That's all for now. I hope this review helped you in one way or another. If you don't mind, please subscribe and hit the like button for more tech reviews coming soon. If you have questions or comments, drop them down below and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.